I'd like to thank you all for being with me this evening. Tonight I'm going to speak to you and I'm going to inform you about how to make a glass paperweight. These are decorative glass paperweights. Now I talked with an artisan who is local, some of you are familiar with him, John Murphy. And John told me that he began experimenting with making these paperweights in the year 1970 during his lunch breaks while he was employed at the Fostoria Glass Company in Moundsville, West Virginia. Over the years, he's reformed his craft. That plant has now shut down, and he has a small shop at his residence, and he continues to make these glass paperweights. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit John at his shop at home, and with his expert guidance, he allowed me to make a glass paperweight of my own. Now, John Murphy's paperweights are unique. One of a kind. They're a creation that are developed in 4 specific steps. And then these steps are repeated in sequence dependent upon the size of the finished product that he is going after. Over the next few minutes, I will explain to you how the molten glass is gathered, how the colors are applied to give it the decorative look, how the paperweights are shaped into the ball form, and how the paperweight is tempered so it will be long-lasting. Step number 1 is the gathering. The glass is melted in a glass furnace, and you take a pole that's about 1/2 inch diameter, metal pole, approximately 6 feet long. You dip it in at a 45-degree angle into the furnace, and you slowly rotate that pole. When you have the glass attached to the pole, then you bring it back out, continuing that slow rotation, because without that slow rotation, the glass will begin to glob downward. So you continue that to keep it pretty much in shape. Then you step over to the table that has the colors. And those colors are different colors of glass that have been crushed and sifted to a consistency of like beach sand. Those are stored on a black carbon tabletop. And as you rotate the pole, you're dipping them, and you rotate and dip to another color. Colors of your choice, while continuing that rotation. Then you go back to the furnace, you dip it in, and you get just a small amount of molten glass that covers the colors. Then you go to the shaping area, which is a chair with 2 arms on the chair that are approximately 6-inch wide arms, and they stick out a couple of feet in front of you. You lay the pole in front of you, and you continue to roll the pole, and you get the shaper, which is a wooden bowl-like piece of equipment with a wooden handle, and as you're rolling the pole with one hand, you are shaping the ball into the round form. Those wooden bowls are kept in buckets of water so they do not ignite when they touch the molten glass. And the final step is tempering. Once you have completed your ball, you put it into a kiln. This kiln is heated up, depending on size, between 900 and 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 24 hours. Then the heat is removed and the ball is allowed to cool slowly while inside the kiln for 3 days. So as you can imagine, this process takes a special skill that not many people have. And since Mr. Murphy or anyone else making one of these is doing everything manually, they are each one unique. So, to recap, to create a decorative glass paperweight, you have to retrieve the molten glass from the furnace, you have to add the colors, you have to accomplish the shaping, and then the weight has to be tempered. Now, this is a ball created by a master artisan, such as John Murphy. This is a ball created by a rookie like myself. Quite a difference, but it was a very rewarding experience. According to the author Juanita L. Williams, in her book titled Fostoria Glass, Scarce, Unique, and Whimsies, she states, today, Murphy's Glass unique paperweights are sold at specialty stores and glass shops, as well as at glass shows in the state of West Virginia. She continues to state, we are proud to note that former U.S. President Bill Clinton purchased one of John Murphy's paperweights when he was in West Virginia recently on a campaign tour. I hope this has given you some idea of what it takes to create these paperweights. Thank you.